think they ought to just detach that or something, right?
It works.
Yeah, it says you can down that one.
That's about all you're going to get out here.
And this is the point in time during my journey where I must ask myself, where the heck am I at? And where exactly am I going? Well, the best I can do is tell you where I physically am at. Well, I'm out here on Washington Island. And well, we gotta start back from the beginning. Well, to get out to Washington Island, you've got to take a ferry, and well, I suggest that you get there early because most likely you will have to wait at least one boat. But the good news is there's a lot to look at while you're there. Well, and that brings us over here while I'm observing this seagull here. And I must tell you, time's got to be tough for everybody because this guy is eating all the stuff that no other bird seems to want to eat. But more importantly, watch these little birds that are flying around. Now I'm slowing this 4K 60 frames real down. I don't know what these are. They're little swallows or swingbacks, or I have no idea what you call these guys, but they're cool acrobatics. That's what I call them. Enjoy these shots. We are next up for a 30-minute tour on the SS Minnow. Well, they're calling it the Madonna these days. This is a cargo passenger vessel that carries vehicles over to Washington Island. And well, we're going to take a little jaunt on this beautiful passage through Death's Door and enjoy this. Well, it turns out Gilligan and Skipper got us here safe. And well, you get out to places like this and you've got grass on the roofs and goats hanging out on the roofs, and you're just in a different time zone. One of the locals here said, you've got nothing to do but all day to do it. Well, absolutely stunning. Everything here has a little bit more color and a little bit more vibrance to it. And that leads us down the road, and we're going to stop by this little storefront junction where, well, They've got some touristy kind of things that you can get, and you know, I'm gonna have to get me a hat and a shirt. You guys can look for them in my newer videos. Well, I assure you, we are at the tastiest and most fragrant part of the video. We are at the Fragrant Isles Lavender Farm and Shop out here on Washington Island. This is just a gem. If I could put a scratch and sniff on the video or somehow get you to smell this area, it is absolutely fantabulous. And I had some lavender ice cream, and I know what you're thinking, man, is that going to taste good? It tastes better than what you would think it does. And then once you eat it and go outside, the smell is even stronger, guys. I highly recommend you getting the lavender ice cream cone while you're here. My goodness, we're in the lavender fields on Washington Island, and I got me a lavender ice cream cone. Yum, 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 yum. Look at these things. Not quite in bloom yet, but cool. Let's go check this stuff out. Believe in bathrooms here, so I just peed in those woods right back there. Gotta do what you gotta do. Welcome to Washington Island, folks. There's nothing to do, and it takes you all day to do it. Well, probably one of my favorite little gems out there. And well, I just actually found out what this thing is. And I'm going to let your imaginations run for a little bit and hold off on telling you exactly what it is because, well, mine did. And to be honest with you, and I bet you can tell just by looking at it, this building can give you some kind of emotional vibes, man. And I've gone from everything from eerie to kind of spooky-ish kind of vibes to just very beautiful tradition here. You start looking at some of this artwork and some of these symbols and some of the inlays, and well, it's just absolutely gorgeous building. So guys, tell me, what do you think it is? Write down in the comment section. Truth be told though, it was the prominent dairy farm on the island up until the technology took over, and then it turned into a dairy lavender gift shop for a while. I never experienced any of that, and now apparently it just looks like it's closed down. After looking it up, I don't see anything is happening out there, and it looks just to be closed down and used for storage of some sorts. But we got to enjoy this gem today. Well, let's pick up the pace and let's climb some stairs and see what kind of view that we can get on top of Washington Island here. And I tell you what, let's see if we can find some people out of the breath on my way back down. Well, that brings us all the way back to where we started in this video. Me at a payphone, looking for 911.
It works.
Well, I imagine when you're out at a place like this, well, time probably just sorts most things out. And that's what we're going to do right now. Well, and just like that, we find ourselves back to the ferry, because if you want to get off this island on the last ferry, you better get there before the second to the last ferry leaves. Unless you want to camp out, and I could think of worse things to do. Well, anyway, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for coming along this beautiful journey all the way out to Washington Island, out on the beautiful peninsula of Door County, Wisconsin.